Hey lovelies, it's Kate. Welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. It's time for a public pool or water park, whatever you want to call it. And in the Sims 4 Growing Together, we have some brand new objects. There are some water emitters. Some of them look like little mushrooms and they essentially function like a shower, and Sims can play below them. It's just perfect for any pool type of build, perfect when the weather is very hot. So I wanted to work on a water park. Before we start, I just quickly wanted to mention that while this build here is completely CC free, I want to announce my second ever CC set. I've released the Cozy Corner CC set. It's all about a functional corner sofa, which even has a deco slot and some other objects. And yeah, it's now available on my Patreon. You will find the link in the description, and it goes public April 14. Thank you so much for all of your support. So I wanted to create a water park, a public pool that is functional so your Sims can use it and they can have the best time ever. But I also wanted to include some objects which just serve decorative purposes. So I've used these roofs, for example, to have some cute slides. I'm also going to use these cubes from cats and dogs, which are used for dogs to train them. I'm going to rotate them using Tool. I've done the same in the past, but this time I just wanted to include some bigger slides just so it looks really fancy. But there are also a ton of functional objects like all the water emitters, and your Sims can use the pool. And I've also built a functional pool bar. I'm working on it right now. You can see it. I've made a video about this and I'm going to link the video and the original tutorial so you can recreate this yourself. I just wanted to have some extra special features here. I just had the best time building. I was able to use the tool mod and I just had the best time. And yeah, this is like completely CC free and unmodded in the gallery. You can just grab the build from the gallery. My ID is KateEmerald. The tray files are available on my Patreon and you can just grab it and let your Sims enjoy the public pool. And I just had so much fun building this. And some of you know that I'm not really big on community lots. Like, I rarely build community lots, but this was so refreshing and so much fun. And at first I had the hardest time figuring out these slides, and I remember the last time that I was using them, I had the same issue. Like, they looked a bit wonky. I had no idea how to rotate them. Later on I'm going to fix them, but I had a hard time to really make it work because you have to rotate them and you want them to look like the real deal. So the shape and the angle, like, you want everything to make sense, and that's really difficult. Also, I really wish we could have a proper water park pack. Like, this would be the most amazing game pack. It's such a fun topic. It's like not such a deep topic, or I don't know, just a water park, you know? This would be so fun. I would love this. We wouldn't even need a new world or something, just all the objects for a really fun water park, and we could create a proper one. I would love this. Like, this type of pack would be so fun, and it would be amazing because it would really focus on more new functional objects and everything. I would love this so much. I then had to rearrange my roofs a little bit, the ones that I had used to like create a slide, and then I moved this object in place. But yeah, your Sims can use the whole lot. They can also have a barbecue, for example, like in some area which is kind of hidden in the back behind trees, which is like really cozy and beautiful. It's like a more quiet area and your Sims can have a barbecue over there. So there's like really everything you would need to have a nice day out with your Sims. I've placed some floaties in the water so your Sims can use them as well. So it's kind of a mix of a really decorative looking water park and a functional water park, if that makes sense. And you can already see all these objects that I've placed on the left side. These are from Growing Together, and this whole area on the left side will be for kids mainly. I mean, the whole park is supposed to be a water park for families. There is a huge focus on kids and all that, but this area is specifically for kids. I'm also going to add a small pool which is very shallow, and actually the amazing RG sent sent me a link to a tutorial by James Turner. So you can use a platform and you can lower the train, and then you can use the water tool to fill in the hole, and Sims can play in the water, they can wade in the water. And what's so amazing, like I figured this out when you place these little mushrooms in there, they are still functional. So there will be a shallow pool, as you will see in a second, and then the little mushroom water emitters are inside the water and they are functional. And for this build, I constantly had to switch back and forth between build mode and live mode because I had to figure out if stuff was actually working. Like here, for example, at first the sim couldn't enter this area because I forgot to add some stairs. So you can literally just build some stairs in the water and then it's functional. And you can here see the sim in the water. This is from playtesting. As I said, I switched back and forth. So the sim was using the water emitter and I just wanted this to be very cute and beautiful. So it's like looking so colorful and happy. I love all the objects from growing together and it's so colorful. So I wanted the vibe for this build to be happy, colorful, lush and green. I've also used so many palm trees, and these are mainly from debug and also from growing together. I'm in love with the new pack. It's so fun. And you can here see how I've separated the main pool from the kiddie area. So there's like a fence in between. So there's like a separation between the deep pool and the shallow pool. And I'm actually going to build another one on the other side. And this is just a decorative slide. I'm going to build like a tower in a second so the Sims can walk up so it looks as realistic as possible. And I've used so many of these tubes from cats and dogs, and I've arranged some of them without recording because I really had to figure out what I'm doing. Every time I'm using these, I'm confusing myself, and yeah, I just hope that it like looks okay at this point. So this slide is diagonal, which was causing more issues when it came to the tower when I wanted to connect everything. I know I already said it, but I just want some proper slides and I just want a water park in The Sims 4. Please make it happen. And this is like this waterfront lot in Sequoia. I've recently built a modern mansion on this lot. There's a 64x64 lot, but I like didn't want to demolish this lot because then like you don't have a replacement. So I just used a random lot, and I also like had enough space on this lot, so it was fine. And I felt like because of the water in the background, it's perfect because the background is so perfect, and I just love this. Like the whole world is so beautiful. The pack has been a lot of fun so far. Let me know in the comments how you enjoy Sequoia. How do you enjoy the pack? How do you enjoy the infants? Like this is also super interesting from a gameplay perspective. I feel like this update and this pack were huge when it comes to gameplay, but as a builder I also had the best time ever so far. Like it was so much fun to create something using all the new objects, and I also want to create another build in Sequoia. I have no idea what to create yet though. Let me know if you have any recommendations, any requests. I'm always happy when you leave a comment and let me know what you want me to do. And I then resized this gazebo object just because I just wanted to have like a small, like any type of roof above the slide area. And I've used the same object behind the tower, which is like connecting the slide, because I wanted to have like a quiet area, as I said, where you could have a barbecue and everything. And this area behind the toilet, like I've placed a debug toilet building which is functional, and behind this I'm working on a small room and there will be some public showers. I'm also adding some sinks and I think some additional toilets, so this is like the whole area where your Sims can take a shower and stuff. And I've kind of decided to hide it behind the toilet and some trees, so this is kind of not the star of the show. The pool is, so these are just some buildings in the background that you need when you go swimming. I also love to go swimming so much. The last time I went was like in November, I think, right after my birthday or before my birthday, I don't even remember, and I had the best time. I love this type of stuff, like especially when there are slides and everything. I love it so much, so creating something like this is amazing. And yeah, here you can see how I'm working on the inside and the outside. I've placed some windows from Growing Together, and I've decided to use these showers from Discover University because Sims can take a shower in there without like feeling embarrassed. You don't need a wall to like close it off because there's a curtain, and Sims can like take a shower in there and it works. I've then used some doorways to connect everything, and I decided to place some lockers in there from high school years because I feel like whenever you go to a public pool or something, there are most of the time some lockers where you can like where you just put your clothes and some stuff in and this type of stuff. So I just felt like all these empty corners in there would be perfect. Of course, it would be more realistic to have like a full row of lockers, but I just wanted to fill in the empty corners. This whale is so cute. I think it's called Whale Bird or something. And I've used it once again, like there's already a whale on the left side and I've used another one on the right side in a different swatch. And I'm just so obsessed with this pack. And in this area that is still a bit empty right now, this will be the area for having a barbecue. And I've used the terrain paint from Ida Living. And if I'm not mistaken, this type of sand is perfect because Sims can like build a sand castle in there. And they can play in the sand, which is just perfect for a build like this. So once again, your Sims can just enjoy the summer, the sand, and the whole vibe. So I hope that this is a good idea, and I've then used some darker terrain paint to like make it look a bit more realistic. I'm not really good with that. I know that some people do magic using terrain paint, but I oftentimes forget to like use some darker colors here and there. And this is it. Here are some screenshots of the build. It's available in the gallery. My ID is KateEmerald, and you can grab the tray files from my Patreon and also my brand new CC set. And speaking of which, it's time to thank my wonderful Emerald Patreons and YouTube members. A big thank you for your amazing support. I love you all so much. When you become a Patreon in the Emerald tier or up, you get access to my CC. So thank you for your support, and you can find the link to my Patreon in the description box. Thank you for your wonderful support. Thank you for supporting me, for being here, and of course a big thank you to all my other Patreons and YouTube members as well. And of course a big thank you to anyone who's here to watch. I equally appreciate all of your support. I love you so much, and I hope I see you in the next video. Bye bye.